Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about bananas. Look at this banana tree, and you see here it's loaded with some bananas right now. And so basically, I didn't know how to do bananas, and I'm making this video not for those of you that are seasoned and you grow bananas and you know how to grow bananas, but for those of you who do not have a lot of experience growing bananas. What I did was I just planted a whole bunch of bananas. I didn't know if they were dwarf. I didn't know how high they were going to be. I haven't tasted them before. And originally I planted, I originally had passion fruit here. And the passion fruit was just taking over everything. And I planted some bananas. And the bananas, I just got so much more out of it, even though I love passion fruit. So I planted bananas along my whole back wall here. I had one, two, I had three, four, I had 5 different banana trees here, and then I had 1, 6, 7, I had 8 total. And the ones in the back I loved, for the most of them. 3 of them I loved, and the one on the side I loved. The ones in the front, there was a dwarf one, and there was also another one. I didn't like those. So I took those out. They took up a lot of space. But nobody told me that you should only have 3 stalks of bananas, and I hadn't read it before, which now I'm seeing it all over. I don't know why I didn't see it before. And I just let the banana tree grow, and there were 10 to 15 banana stalks, and it took over the whole area. And the real problem was it was really high. These are high bananas. If I had to do it again, I wouldn't get such tall bananas. I'd get dwarf bananas because they have a small space. However, of the bananas that I like, there's 1, 2, and 3 varieties that I absolutely love, but they're so high. So what I did was I did adjust, and I took out all the other ones, and I only have 3 or 4 stalks here now. And in my other areas as well, I'll show you those. I only have 3 or 4, but they're really high. And when I cut these down, it's creating a big problem because I'm learning about banana pups and everything else. And you can see all of the compost. Now, the banana trees, I'm using them around the edges of these other trees. It's kind of like just to get some nutrients there. Here it makes great compost, the banana seeds. And then I have some bananas like this. These are the skinnier bananas, which I don't particularly like, but it's in an area that I'm not going to be able to grow anything else there. So I have those bananas growing there. But I have a job for me now. I have to take out all of these banana stalks now. So I'm trying to help take them out by not letting any sun get on them. Maybe that'll help. But let me show you some more of my bananas. So these are some of the bananas up here. And these, I don't even know the variety. That's another mistake. I got those varieties without knowing the exact name. They're absolutely delicious. And but look how high they are. This is so high. They're going into the wires. They're completely high bananas. And if you don't have the room, I don't recommend that. Here's another banana tree that I really like. This was the first banana I got. And again, this just took over everywhere and everything. And I got some bananas up there now. This is a much shorter variety than this one. And so I'm keeping some of those, but I cleaned it out. And then I'm going to show you even a higher variety of bananas that I can use the space for other trees, but I am going to keep them. So let me come here and show you these. Now this here was a project. This wasn't on my back fence. This was on the side of my house. And as you can see, I cut down all of the banana stalks. I mean, there must have been 15 here. I left 4 up there, and 3 of them have bananas on them now. Look at all those bananas. These, I know the varieties. These are apple bananas, and they're absolutely delicious. But I could use this spot. If I didn't have this spot, there's one tree there where the banana tree is, another spot here, and there was even another spot here that they were shading out. So if I want to use these bananas, I'm going to keep them, but I thinned it out now, so that might add sun to these spots. I still have to get rid of all of the bottom parts that I took out. But these are absolutely delicious, and it makes a big difference. So I guess I want to make this video and let people know, if you're growing bananas, keep 3 stalks only. You want to keep the main stalk with the bananas on it, the middle stalk, and then maybe a baby stalk. Cut out the rest. As it's growing, take the pup out, give it to somebody. If you like it, just get rid of the rest. And so right now I currently have 1, 2, 3. I got 4 bananas left, 4 varieties. I just put in 2 truly dwarf varieties of bananas. I put in a Namwa dwarf and a red banana dwarf. So we'll see how those do. I haven't tasted those yet, but I tasted these, and I love 3 of the 4 that I have remaining. I just kept the fourth one because of the spot. So here is behind my fence, and this side, the bananas aren't touching anything. But when I come around to this side, the bananas are growing outside my fence. So let's see how that goes. And at one point I had my dwarf banana right here, because my neighbor at the time had a solar system on the roof. They no longer have it, but they were worried about any tree I put here growing too big. So I put my dwarf banana here, and it was a nice dwarf size. It wasn't any bigger than this fence. But again, I didn't like the way they taste. And I learned we should taste the bananas before we plant them. But if you see there, sometimes every now and then a sprout pops up. But I have this this cac mango tree here instead. It's going to go real nice. And then right over here, I planted, somebody gave me this Dwarf Bananas, which I know I'm going to like. I've tasted them and they're really delicious. So that's going to go right there. And I didn't want to plant this banana where the other one was, because when the pups come up, I didn't want to get confused which was which. So that's why I did that. This is a red dwarf banana that I planted here in front of my house. It's a red dwarf that I got from my neighbor. We'll go and take a look at his. So that one doesn't get bigger than 8 feet. So that's a nice spot for that. My other bananas are probably twice the size. So this is my neighbor's yard, and he's the one that gave me the red dwarf banana. And as you can see, this is the biggest they get. Not tall at all. So I think dwarf bananas are the way to go if you don't have a big open space. And then he has one more banana that's taller. Not as tall as mine, but still taller. So bananas are great. They don't have to be this big, but just a warning, if you are going to get bananas, they're very simple to grow, very easy to grow. They do require water, but when you get them, remember, 3 stalks only, and also know the size and know how much room you have to plant them. Alright, so that's just another tip. Put your comments and questions below. What's your favorite variety of bananas, and what's your favorite variety of dwarf bananas? Now, I never thought I would not like bananas that I grew myself, because most of them taste so much better than the ones in the store. But I did have 2 varieties. One was, I guess, a semi-dwarf, and one was a dwarf. I didn't like either one of them. One didn't even turn yellow. It stayed green every time I would put out a rack of bananas. And the other one was I just didn't like the taste. It was a dwarf one. So try to taste the bananas before you grow them. And also just take care of them and know what you're getting into. And enjoy. Bananas are a great food to have because you could freeze them if they are too much. They're just wonderful. So that's my suggestions. Put your questions, comments below, and thank you.